I know a lot of you don't have a lot of time for workouts, and if you do have any time, you're like, I can't sweat and then be here, be there. So this is just to get movement in the body and the joints without sweating too much. Okay, we're gonna start with nice and tall, spreading the feet about shoulder distance apart, and we're just doing some circles of the hips. So I'm trying to get my abdominals to work here and kind of open up my hips, get some fluid in there. We'll go the opposite direction. Knees are slightly bent. And all these movements I'm only doing a few repetitions. If you feel like you want more, do more. We're gonna bring the feet together, bringing one leg up and maybe touching the toe and looking behind you and then back. So it's a little bit of a balance, or maybe you just point your toe forward and then you come back. So it's great to get movement for creatures that need to move in our everyday. So if you're not sweating every day, that's okay. We need to move. We're gonna keep this leg up, and if you can, flex, straighten the leg, and then point the toe down, bringing the heel to the bottom. If you need to, you can always use the ground and just point and flex here. So I just designed this little workout to get every joint moving in the body. But if you do end up sweating, I'm sorry. That is not the intention here. This is a good, I'm stiff from driving, work, that type of thing. We're going forward and back. If you can't cross, just go out to the side. Trying to get the small glute muscles to work, as well as practicing balance. If you need to tap to the side, that's fine too. And we're gonna keep it back. Straighten the torso, and if you can, you might just reach to something like a couch or bench, or you might go all the way down to the ground. So starting to get the medial hamstring here, flexing that left leg, leading with the chest, not the head. Try to keep the head lifted in line with the spine. We'll do 2 more. Yes, working on balance is important. And then we'll bring it together. We're gonna get our fingers incorporated here. We're pointing them down, going out our toes, and then flexing our hands and pulling back our toes. I still have the remote in my hand, okay. So a little bit of balance on the heels. Getting a nice stretch in the calves, spreading the toes if you can. Last one. Then we have that other side. We're touching. Maybe you touch the big toe and look over and then come back, or maybe it's the knee, or maybe you're just touching out in front of you so you don't fall and you're twisting. Do a couple more here. Try to stay tall. And then we're going to keep this leg up. You can flex the foot and then pull the toes under, pulling the heel to the bottom, and then doing it again. You might tap the heel down to the ground and the toe back behind you. There's always options. Don't feel afraid to use them. Every day is a different day with our bodies, it seems like. So honor your body and move your body, because we need to move to stay moving. We don't move, we won't continue to move. Kind of scary, right? They're gonna go in front and behind. I work with a lot of older people in my career, and they just said, I wish I would have moved more and practiced my balance more. So I'm just encouraging you to do that. Let's learn from others around us instead of having to learn for ourselves. One more time, and we'll bring it back. hold it back, flex that foot if you can, and then you're reaching into the imaginary couch or bench coming up, or maybe you tap somewhere different each time on the ground. You might even go all the way over. I am using my right arm and standing on my left leg. This gives you the best balance just because you're using the opposite side. So if you want to make it harder, you can do it with the same arm. Some of you will find that easier. We'll do just a couple more. Medial hamstring working here on that standing leg. We're gonna do a little bit of a squat, so shoulder distance apart. Bring your hands up. Let's bring the arms all the way up. Do a little pull. Back down. Stand up. You don't have to do the arms here. They're a little bit hard for the lower back, but it's nice to get the lats engaged. Help with our posture if we can get those rhomboids also engaged in between the shoulder blades. Weights in the heels here. You should be able to pick up your toes. You don't have to go super low here. If you can, great, but keep those heels down. Last one. Standing all the way tall. We're just looking, keeping the belly button in, tucking the tail here and pushing through the heels. So you're engaging all through the core, even though it looks like I'm not doing much. I'm going to tuck the chin, push it out. You can make a face if you like, that makes it more fun. And then we'll bring the arms up. We're doing chest deck. So we're pulling the elbows together. We'll have a slight bend in the knee, a tuck of the tail as you do this, really pushing the arms together. This is just to get the blood to the muscles and the joints, so it's not like you're gonna build a crazy body doing these, but keep everything moving. We were made to move. And it's so hard to move in this society sometimes. We're bringing the hands out, spreading the fingers, then curling them in and pulling back, squeezing the shoulder blades together. I know I'm on a little bit of a vacation right now, and I sometimes find myself not moving as much because I'm engaging in conversation and doing all these things or being on the computer or whatever, and it's just like, wow, I need to move, even if it's just for 5 minutes. So I really love doing these videos because it gets me motivated to move, so hopefully they'll get you motivated to move as well. Last one. Spread of those fingers, curl, pull. Just take a few deep breaths here. So we also want to work our lung capacity here. Palms will face forward if you can, trying to really open the chest. Think about there's a gap here and you're trying to make this gap larger, so pushing down with the lower body and lifting with the upper body. And breathing as deeply as you can. If you don't have a chance to go running or walking or get your respiratory a little bit deeper, this is a great way to work those muscles. It's just breathing deep.